What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. There was a couple of days ago when basketball superstar Ramon James announced on his Instagram and X/Twitter accounts that he was endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris for president, saying on his social media post, quote, "The choice is clear. What are we even talking about here? When I think about my kids and my family and how they will grow up, the choice is clear to me. Vote Kamala Harris." Of course, with the post, there was a video of comedian Tony Hinchcliffe making a racist remark. And of course, he made racist remarks about Puerto Ricans, which that's the one that made headlines. But lost in the shuffle was a remark that he made about black men, I think, and watermelons. I'm going to be honest with you. Either this comedian is the most disturbingly ignorant comic ever, totally oblivious to his surroundings, and or he's a plant, excuse me, because I can't figure out how he figured going to that rally and making those jokes would somehow benefit him or the campaign, because nobody likes you. I mean, you were already an unfunny comedian beforehand. Then you make these jokes. Nobody wants to touch you. I bet no comedy club wants to touch him. So I don't even get the motivation behind this unless he got paid. Because I don't get it, man. It just don't make any sense. But anyway, maybe he is that stupid. And the jokes weren't even fucking funny at all. But anyway, Ramon James has over 200 million combined followers on his social media accounts. And the hope is that somehow this will motivate his legion of Ladoom to go out and vote for Cam. So after, I think, the game against the Raptors, in which they shot 30 more free throws than their opponent, Ramon James was asked again why he came out and supported Kamala Harris, and this is what he had to say.
Well, I was going to do it the day of the game in Cleveland, but I didn't want it to overshadow the whole hoopla. Me and Bonnie go back home. That's when I planned on doing it. So I figured yesterday would be a good day. It was kind of silent. I wanted to make sure that it was seen, heard with force. So, having a daughter, wife, and mother, and things of that nature, what she believes in when it comes to women's rights, when it comes to the future of my kids and where I see our country should be. I feel like that endorsement is only right. It is. Come on. Guys, damn sure one more over.
What did your experience in 2020 with More Than a Vote teach you about politics, show you about politics, show you about the impact you can have in a very specific way?
Well, I mean, it all started with, the shut up and dribble thing, obviously. And to be able to be in a position where you can have some influence, and you have a lot of people who who want to be in a position to have influence, to be able to speak outside of their realm, if it was sports or if it was, the music or movies or whatever it is, whatever the industry is, to be able to have a platform where, I was able to gather, a lot of men and women to be able to speak out from that moment. And then, More in the Vote campaign, obviously, an initiative.
All right, that's enough of that. Look, like I said before, Ramon James can support whoever he wants to support, and he has a platform, and he should be able to say what he wants to say. So anybody tell him to shut and dribble, shut your ragged ass mouth. And this coming from a guy who can't stand this dude, right? Because you can't pick and choose who you think should be able to talk. You can't tell this dude to, shut up and dribble, but Inez Kenneth Freedom can run his, cowardly lying mouth ass all over goddamn, Fox, fake Fox, whatever you want to call them, news, whatever, News Nation. He can talk all that crap. What makes him more qualified? You know what I'm saying? And he a dude that's banished from going back to his own home anyway. But anyway, my thing is this though, man. I don't understand if you're a supposed activist for your community, but yet you endorse somebody who has been on record as saying they're not going to do anything for your community. You know, look, me personally, I've already told you I voted for Dr. Cornel West. Now, if you want to vote the couch, I get that 100%. I just don't understand if Dr. Cornel West actually has on his website, his campaign website, a long, detailed list of specific things that he wants to implement for the Black community, particular reparations, which everybody is clamoring for, investment in the community, which we need, a specific anti-hate crime bill for Black Americans, which Democrats claim that they're still fuddling around trying to figure out what to do, whatever. There's some things he's for that I'm not for. Yeah, but no candidate is going to be perfect, but he's the closest thing to what I want a candidate to stand for. Kamala Harris will be the status quo, typical politician who will look out for everybody else in this so-called Democratic coalition, except for us. The most we could hope for is crumbs when everybody else is eating from that pie of opportunity, that big old, apple, that big old cherry cobbler pie, right? Huge heaping helpings for the Latinos, for the alphabet community, for Asians, for everybody else. Right? Everybody getting big old huge pieces. We trying to catch little crumbs. Little crumbs that get on your tongue and, get a little bit of the bread taste, none of the sweetness. That's what we get, man. And we happy with that, apparently. We happy like little lap dogs. So, this guy's no real activist, man. He's a typical Democratic shield. That's it. That's all. And nobody wrote the N-word on his house. He wrote that for attention because he always wants to be the center of attention. Everybody else is victims of hate crimes, like legitimate, I can say everybody else, but you have real people who are serious victims of crime. And LaJussie Smollett wrote that on his goddamn house, side of his house, and then conveniently erased it before the police got there. You know what I'm saying? Since you all for, being against crimes and for justice, why you ain't saying about your buddy yet? Either speak out in favor for your friend or condemn him. You real quiet. You said how there's nobody to hold a party like your friend. Now all of a sudden you quiet. But anyway, that's all I got to say about this, man. I ain't really got much else to say other than the fact that this guy's an attention 304, and he can't tell you specifically. I guarantee you, he can't tell you. Excuse me, damn, cups. He can't tell you in any detail why we should vote for Kamala, other than she gonna be better than the other guy, because that's all we got. But are things any better? Are things any better for us under Biden than they were under Trump? See, people, they can't quite comprehend what I'm saying when I say that. See, what they hear is, oh, he's criticizing the Democrat. He must be a Republican. He must be a Trump supporter. He's not on code, man. I think I'm unsubscribed from this guy. He's not on code, man. Shoot, Democrats have done all types of stuff for us. Yeah, they have, right? sure have. Let's look at Cam. What has she done? Lock brothers up. I mean, it's just crazy. You got people twerking in the streets, cheering and supporting a prosecutor who pillaged the black community in California. I mean, what they gonna run next, man? They might as well just run Clayton Bigsby next. You just put a D behind his name, people gonna vote for him. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you guys think.